Hello everyone, welcome to Cookies Enabled, welcome to 2022. In this brand new year, we have Andrew here back with us. Unfortunately, he is still a little under the weather, so this is going to be a shorter episode than we always say that, and it usually ends up being a long one, but we'll see. I'm hoping it'll be a short one today. That's the goal.
Yeah, we're aiming for it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, for everyone who doesn't know, um, if you haven't gotten your flu shot, get your flu shot.
For real.
I did. I still got influenza, and if it weren't for that, I'd still be feeling like death. But I'm on the mend, still contagious, but
yay for flu shot.
feeling like a human again. I finally took a shower. I actually feel somewhat with it now. That's really great. So yeah, it's been a week of being basically just sitting in a basement playing Animal Crossing and knitting. That's been my week.
It sounds very awesome, actually.
To get back on and do a short show, which is nice. We don't have a ton this week. Unfortunately, not much for SpaceX. It is the beginning of the new year.
Right.
But we will get some more soon.
Yes, and usually we have a ton of technology at the beginning of the year, but it's like too early. We literally just got here, so there's a lot of rumors, but I'm not about to mention a bunch of those. So until something actually hits the fan and sticks, yeah, that's when you're going to hear about it. So we do have some news, but not a lot. But yeah, there is not necessarily SpaceX news, but there is space news.
Well, if we want to start off with the closest to SpaceX, we do have a little fun bit from SpaceX Starlink.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So
now, for those who don't know, the Starlink satellite dishes that you mount either in your yard or on the side of your house to talk to the satellites and to receive the signals from all of the Starlink satellites, they're designed to work in pretty much any climate. That also includes, because a lot of the testing areas are in the Northern Hemisphere right now. But that comes with snow, and snow is not good for signals like that.
No, it's actually
so how
really
do you
bad.
how do you keep from having to go out every single day or multiple times a day and brushing off your Starlink receiver
Put a heater on it
so that you can have your internet? They install a heater onto it.
That's an old school satellite
Makes
trick.
Melted. It keeps them clean. But what sort of animals like warm things? Cat. Found this article. I think Will's got it up. 5 cats sitting on a Starlink receiver.
Yes.
In the snow trying to keep.
This is awesome. Like, I get so much joy, and there's even one staring right at the camera like, oh, hi. Here I am. Like, you jerk. That's why my internet's buffering.
Probably. Other users have noted they've seen other wildlife, squirrels or rabbits
Yeah, I
or
was gonna
something,
say
either
it's
sitting
probably not just limited to
or
these
sitting
guys.
underneath because it's heated on both sides, depending on just so it keeps average
Sure.
temperature across the entire
Yep.
receiver. So yeah, we get cats sitting just like sitting on a laptop or a keyboard or on your lap. They want to stay warm, and if they're outdoor cats and
Now,
they see that, they're going to make themselves at home.
Now I dove
They're going
into
to get
the
into
Twitter link
the
that you
waking
sent me
up.
that had the, and I did share that. So if you're on our Twitter, our cookies enabled Twitter, you'll see these on our feed as well. But I pulled two of them from the Twitter feed, and this one says Starlink dishes can only support Cat 5 and not Cat 6. Please don't overload your winter cat heating pad, or you may void your warranty. I seriously love this. This is exactly what we're talking about, people. Like, this is where you get those stupid warning labels like, make sure your animals don't get too close or whatever, like, yeah. So, there was one other one I wanted to share.
Now,
Um,
those cats are going to be in for a rude awakening when that thing rotates to follow the satellites because they're going to slide right
oh
off.
my god, yes. Yes.
I'm hoping someone gets a video of that some.
This one is an advertisement for the Starlink cat bed, which is a 140-watt heated outdoor cat bed, only $500 order now, and it shows this like nice cat all laying out on the bed. I freaking love this. This is gonna seriously take off and probably go viral in the next couple of weeks and just be popping up on everybody's feeds everywhere. This is so funny. This is absolutely hilarious. We're getting dumped on Snowwise here in Michigan, and I know there's a bunch of Starlink people out there for sure. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, like you said, squirrels and random animals joining in the fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I've heard you guys have been getting hit really. I mean, we're starting to get some up here now. We've
Yeah.
had it,
Yeah.
but it looks like southern Michigan around
We're
the Grand
catching up.
Rapids areas really
Yeah, right now we're getting dumped
get
on. We went from about maybe 2 inches outside to I think we're at about maybe 4 to 6, somewhere in that range, and we're supposed to end anywhere between 6 and 12. So it's not supposed to end for like another day. So I'm expecting work to be canceled tomorrow because I bet you the schools will be shut down. The plows just cannot keep up, and no way a bus is going to get through a foot of snow. Anyway, not in this city. They built this city really it's cold. Anyway, you did have some space news. And let's jump into
yeah,
that. We did have, I'm sorry, the James Webb. James Webb. I don't know why that totally slipped my mind.
very important space news. I think obviously we've talked at
Right.
length about the importance of this mission and that there are over 300 critical control points that all have to work
Perfect.
perfectly for it to work. We have gotten through 75% of those
Yes. We are really
flawlessly.
doing great. I just put up the different day spectrums there. And
Hmm. And I think last week if we didn't, we'll share it
right.
this week. There's the link, Where is Webb,
Yes.
I believe it's called. Kind of gives you a guide of where it is, the telescope is on its journey, how long, what it's actually doing at the moment. And just within the last few days, it completed the
Yes.
deployment of its sun
Yeah, and
shield,
I'll pull a picture of that up
which
here for
is
everybody.
basically
There we
five
go.
layers of what could basically be explained as mylar, very
Right.
thin reflective sheets with a gap between them to help dissipate all of the energy from the sun to one, shield the telescope from the
Sorry,
sun's
this is
rays
not
so
the
it
best
doesn't
picture.
interfere with viewing, but also to
There we go.
keep the telescope from overheating.
It's like the big
And
fabrics.
that involves unrolling all of these shields and then slowly expanding them and stretching them out. And that, again, is 75% of all of these um, actions that have to happen in perfect succession, flawlessly. Otherwise, it's just a floating piece of metal,
Right.
a $12 billion floating piece of metal. But it went through perfectly well. Everything is working nominally. The shields, from all of the data that we've gotten, they expanded, they stretched, they aligned
Yeah,
perfectly.
which is awesome.
Now, now comes the most critical part, though. Next is unfolding of the actual
Yeah,
telescope
the
mirrors
mirrors. Yep.
themselves. And but again, we're 75, more than 75% of the way there
Yep.
now. So if that works, within 4 or 5 months, we'll start getting our first images. And you'd think, why is it going to take so long when they're
Oh,
that
they're long
close?
captures.
It has to get into its position at Lagrange point
Mm-hmm.
two, and then they have to start cooling it down to operating temperatures, running test after test and all of the software, all of the
Yep.
hardware, probably a test run or two on the optics and all of the sensors, and then they can finally get down to the science. So this is probably one of the most complex devices ever
Right.
built, not counting
No.
CERN
Yeah. No.
and the Large
No.
Hadron
Not
Collider,
counting that at
because
all.
that's
Got to leave that
a
out.
few magnitudes higher. But also, that's you know a 17-kilometer tube that's underground, so it's a little easier
Little
to.
different.
It's in this. We're getting there. It's really going to be cool to see how well it
Right.
works. And apparently, because of a very efficient and flawless launch, the original lifespan of its fuel, which was put at 5
Right.
years, has been extended to over 10.
Wow.
So we're going to get
That's a
twice
huge
the amount of
difference.
time they
Holy
took.
crap.
They only expected this telescope to work for five
Huh.
years, um, probably more. I
Right.
mean, they didn't expect Hubble to last as
No,
long
yeah,
as
they
it
did
has.
definitely didn't. Yeah.
So we're going to get 10, probably much, uh,
Needed.
at least 10 years, probably maybe 15, maybe
Right.
20. If it works as well as
Fingers
Hubble did,
crossed, right?
it can
I mean,
work.
he could easily, yeah, it could easily pump out images for a while, especially if it goes as good as Hubble did. Because Hubble's still going. So, hey, love that.
It, they're making it.
But yeah,
So I'm excited to see how it goes. Pretty much every day I pull up the Where's Web
right.
site just
Just to
to
see
see
what's
how
going
it's
on. Yep.
doing.
Yep. I've been checking on it
What
every now and then too. It is pretty awesome, I gotta say. And they have that live feed up there, which like it kind of goes in between like what that looks like virtually and the computer, and it shows it unraveling and really cool stuff. They definitely made sure it was well presented to the public. So awesome. Anyway, I think that kind of wraps up our space news for the day. But we do have some
I know.
awesome memes, as we usually do. Meme time. And you have some awesome memes. I know I shared mine with you earlier as well. Yours are a little worded, but they are so worth the read. And there are also Twitter links. I'll try to find them and share them for you guys later if I can dig through the Twitters to get them here. But or the tweets, I should say. But here we go. So the first one that you had here is from Zach Sip. I'm sorry, Silberberg. I'm probably saying that wrong, but anyway, it says,
Silver.
"If I told you the only reason I am bald is that I'm afraid of a ratatouille situation, what if I told you that I'd have so much hair if not the fear of the rat using me as a puppet?" And he says, "These are modes of control, Neo. This is how you manipulate us, Ratatouille Neo." So, pretty awesome. I love this one mainly because I can just see a little rat kind of controlling everybody, and Neo's just like, "Do it."
Games have definitely been going strong, especially since the release of the new Matrix.
Yeah.
But that one, yeah, I was pretty pleased with that one.
Oh, sorry. I just lost my audio feed, but give me a second here. I'm sure everybody can still hear you. I can't hear you, but that's just because my headphones are stupid. So bear with me here. But yeah, so I loved this one. I thought this was hilarious. And if you haven't seen the new movie and you have HBO Max or a theater available to you, definitely check it out because the new Matrix movie is definitely worth it, especially if you've seen the first three. If it's been a while since you've watched them, you might want to go back, take a little read through or watch because there's a lot of Easter eggs hidden in the background of the new movie, so you're definitely going to want to pay close attention. That's why I was glad I got to watch it at home. You can pause and rewind. Love that stuff. Anyway, next one that
Yeah,
you
I'm
had here.
halfway through my second viewing of it, and there's a lot to unpack
Oh,
in
shit.
there, but I was pretty happy with
I'm
it.
sorry, say that again.
Said I was pretty happy with it. There's a lot to really unpack and see based on the earlier movies. So I'm halfway through my second
Okay.
viewing, but
As I had the complete DVD set, which is now incomplete because it's missing a movie. But I had like the Animatrix through all the newer ones, and it definitely helps explain a lot more of the backstory and the machine wars and things that are going on behind the scenes that they couldn't cram into the movies because they're already like 6 hours long altogether, or maybe actually a little more because the last two I think together are like 6 hours, so or give or
mm-hmm.
take. So they are beefy movies. There's a lot of scenes you could probably cut from the movies and still make them work. But anyway, so your next meme also comes from Twitter, not Facebook, sorry. And it says, the Furby's eyes on the front of the head, which implies that it's a predator. And this is very true, because, yeah, if you got your eyes on the front, you're a predator. On the side, not so much. So it says the sensors on their head also lets them see infrared, so they can find their prey in the dark. It says, since their short legs give them a slow sprint speed, they'll likely ambush predators, which is very true because they're always usually found like on a shelf or something near like eye level usually. So yeah, just imagining it jumping out at you, that's fun. Anyway, last comment here is if you see one Furby, there are more in the walls. It's kind of like the Chucky doll situation, really, where
Furbies are creepy.
yeah, they were outlawed in several public spaces and government spaces for several reasons.
For the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess they were able to, I don't know, record or repeat certain things.
Yeah, they could
That
like
was the first
learn
one.
phrases and
They're
sounds.
always they're always
Yeah.
creepy, and I'm sure other people have had experiences. But I remember my sister had one as we were
Oh,
growing
did
up
she?
when she was little, and the damn thing turned itself on in the middle of the night.
Oh no.
Terrifying. That was, I think, one of the last days we had a
Yeah,
Furby.
yeah, yep. And but nice bonfire the night after, right? Okay, so I found one that's more a little more based solely on New Year's, and it says me knowing nothing changes at midnight, and it just shows this most mundane dude just chilling at this party. There's just graffiti
You know,
everywhere. He is so sad. He's just
Will, you know who that
yes,
is? That's Lieutenant Dan.
yes, exactly. But I mean, you just the play on just the idea of just super sad. I mean, yeah, I love that because it really, yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. Especially as you get older, it seems like it really loses steam, like yeah. But I don't know, Lieutenant Dan. But yeah, no, absolutely love that. Forrest Gump. If anybody doesn't know Lieutenant Dan, check that one out. I don't know where you can view that one right now. I think Amazon Prime or something, maybe. I don't know. So on one of them. Anyway, and the last one here is a Betty White tribute. It says,
Oh, this one gets to that. That was horrible.
it says, taking Betty White on your last day. 2021 has no honor, and it has big Klingon staring down the camera in the background. And for those of you that don't know, the Klingons are huge. Star Trek, race, all big on honor, and kind of like the Japanese and the what am I thinking? Ninjas, like the ninjas. You got to die with honor or something. It's kind of what it's like, but less ninja-y and more muscly. But it's just hilarious hearing this. You know, this guy just rant on about Betty White being taken literally right before 2022. Definitely sad.
We were all so excited to see her get through to January
Right,
17th,
right.
her 100th
Yep.
birthday. And we were driving back to northern Michigan on New Year's Eve. And I just, every year someone posts something about Betty White dying, and it's always like an Onion article
Usually,
or a
yeah,
fake
yeah,
news.
yeah.
I saw it and I thought, you're really going to play this joke
Right,
again?
right.
I looked, it was from TMZ, and I still wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So I Googled it. I had to call music and just tell Andy she she's gone, Betty White.
Yeah.
And yeah, it
It was sad.
apparently, from what I've heard on Twitter, um, that night, New Year's Eve, when that happened, so many of these bars, especially gay bars, because they used to do this um, back in when Golden Girls was on air.
Okay. Oh,
They
right.
would,
I think I knew what you were gonna say.
gay bars, they'd be
Yeah.
dancing, the music would be
Oh, yeah.
going, but the moment Golden Girls would come on, they'd turn off the music, they'd turn on the TVs, and they'd watch
Right.
it, and then they'd go back to partying. But apparently, a lot of bars that night did the same
Yeah.
thing, and then some of the channels, I don't remember which ones,
Probably like TV
just
Land and
immediately
stuff and
started going
whatnot.
into, yeah, immediate 24/7
Yeah.
Golden Girl
Tribute, pretty much.
marathon.
Yeah. So, as it should be.
And
As it
we're
should be.
looks like we're going to have a tribute to her
Right.
soon. They were going to do a birthday special on on the 17th, but I think it's now going to be like a
Yeah, I think
memorial.
that they're changing it up a little bit there, but I mean, I'm sure everybody's still attending that was originally invited. But yeah, in a little different spirit of things, unfortunately. So, but we will definitely miss Betty White. I know we were big fans.
At the end of the day, she was just, a beacon of hope for
Oh yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
She never backed down to anybody. She very supportive
right.
of race
Mm-hmm.
equality and LGBT
Yep.
equality from the very beginning. She had an African American
Right.
musician on one of her early
Yeah.
shows,
Mm-hmm.
dancer, dancer it was called.
Mm.
Oh, he was a dancer.
Oh okay.
Never mind.
Oh okay.
Andy
Sorry.
Weisman, he was a dancer. Studios did
This
not
just
like
in.
that. They did not like that, obviously because of the
Right.
times. So what did she do? She gave him more
Yeah.
airtime.
Why not do it? That's Betty for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, she was definitely
And I replied to a tweet. Someone had tweeted about that a few years ago, and she replied on
right.
her personal account. What can I say? I'm a badass bitch. And if that's not that, I don't know what is.
Oh, I love it.
She from the first, she's no. I mean, look, no scandals. Never did what the Times said she was supposed to
Right,
do.
right.
Just played by her own
Yep.
drum, inspired millions of people. Was one of the most hilarious people ever to
Yeah,
live.
exactly. Yep.
And you know what? Now, wherever, um, whatever the afterlife is, wherever they are, all of the Golden Girls are sitting around together eating
Yeah,
cheesecake now.
absolutely.
That's what's
Absolutely. It's probably the best cheesecake ever.
happening.
Man, that makes me want some cheesecake.
Yeah. We had cheesecake on New Year's in celebration of Betty White.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, we got two last topics for you guys that are pretty short here. Staying on the animal topic, I know we were talking about cats and their heating pads outside. Now you can get a smart tracker collar for your dog, and this awesome toy slash not necessarily toy. It's very much like the smart bands for humans, but it uses a much more delicate technology. Now we have already seen technology like this, more like GPS tracker, like Find My Dog kind of technology before. But where this one stands out is that it can actually detect your dog's heart rate, breathing pattern, as well as when they're scratching, eating, running, sitting. The basics essentially, like more than just your heart rate, and it does not use the regular infrared sensors that we use that just press right up against our skin and scan the blood. This actually uses a radar sensor that actually, no matter how much fur your dog has, will always be able to determine what is actually going on under the fur. So that's the coolest part about it, is that it uses a very safe low frequency radar kind of scan the dog and track it, as well as you have the GPS tracker too. So if your dog gets loose and it has its collar on, no big deal. You just pull out your phone and take a look. But this will also tell you how much they're eating, how much they're scratching, barking, being good or bad. I mean, pretty much this thing tracks more than just where they are, and that I think is really cool. It's a little more than your usual ones. Plus, it doesn't have to be worn super tight to the dog, so it's not like you got to choke them to death. This can actually be very loosely fitted to the dog's neck, and like a regular collar can just kind of shift around with their weight and still do all the same readings because again, it's using that radar and not an infrared light or a laser or anything like that. So really cool stuff.
Well, yeah, infrared would need to be right up against the
Yep.
skin, but radar can penetrate through the fur. Again, like you said, it's safe. We talked about you talked about that in the first
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
It's non-ionizing
Yes, very much
radiation.
so. Yep. And so this one, again, they even have like a special cover you can put on the collar if it's like a muddy day, it's super rainy, and that way you still want to track the dog, but you don't want to destroy your $100 device. You can put this little cover on. It comes with it, and then you let the dog outside, and it can go play in the mud and have a great day and not destroy your electronics. Which again, the collar is only $100, and it comes with the companion app, and you have to pay $12.99 a month to use the GPS feature and whatnot. Now, it doesn't state if you have to pay the subscription to use all of the other features or if that's just for the GPS. I don't know. But this reminded
I like
me,
the GPS just
yeah,
because it has to connect to outside
right,
satellites
right,
if your
absolutely,
dog gets that makes
yep,
sense. I mean, pretty much any system like that, it's you're going to have to pay for some sort of connectivity.
exactly. Now, if you've noticed, I put the dog Doug from Up. If you guys haven't seen the
Hmm.
Pixar movie, check out the Disney Plus channel movie for you guys. It's a great movie. It's a little sad, but it got a sad happy ending. And Doug has a special smart collar that allows him to talk. And I wish we were there. I wish that's what I was releasing to you guys today, but I think we're getting closer to that. At least being able to track your dog and know more about your dog's health. This was also built by veterinarians too, which was really cool. So it's definitely not just a total fluke device. They did spend some good time building it. And thank you, Disney, for that delightful, uh, you know, cute little picture of Doug. So,
Well, Disney, let's give it where it's due to
oh,
Pixar.
Pixar. I'm
Even
sorry.
though
Yes, yeah, because
at
they were
that,
originally,
uh,
yeah, that was right around the time that Disney bought them out too.
yeah, I mean, Pixar still does its own
It does.
things under its
Yep.
own guidance, but leave it to them, make you cry in the first 2 minutes of a movie.
Right, exactly.
Always,
Like just total heartstrings ripping out there. It's a great
yeah.
movie though. For those of you that haven't seen it, definitely check that one out. But I got one last topic for you guys today. If you guys are looking to upgrade your PC for the new year and you're looking for a cool new case, I found something that definitely might be right up your alley. This is a CyberPower PC case. It's part of the Connect series, as they're calling it. So I'm not really sure if there's other designs coming out. The two that I've seen on here look extremely similar. I think one's a little bigger than the other one, so I think it's a micro case versus a regular full size tower. But it has vents on the front, these little plastic white and gold vents that will literally open and close to allow more air in and out of the case. So it can actually be really quiet, almost no fan movement at all. When you're just idling or the PC's in sleep mode, the vents are closed. But if you boot up a game and you're screaming through, it will actually open the vents up and allow more air through those fans to immediately start cooling the PC. So, how does it do this?
Instead of speeding the fans up or down.
Yes, instead of increasing the fan speed,
That's
it's just letting more
smart.
air in and out. So, pretty awesome. And it looks really cool. It looks like something out of Halo, like a straight like Halo game, like weird triangular gate kind of thing. This hinge looks really cool. It sounds like it would be really loud or kind of clicky, but it's not like it's opening and closing a lot. As you can see in the video, it will actually adjust based on the temperature sensors built into your motherboard. So you plug a couple sensors into your motherboard where the fan ports are, and that will tell the case what the actual internal temperature is and allow more air in and out based on that. And instead of having to increase your fan speed, they can just stay at the same speed, and this will keep your PC quieter and allow more airflow and not hopefully damage your PC parts because you're not having to scream a ton of air through. But you can even adjust the case depending on how you want it to look. If you want a little more air all the time or a little less air, I guess they have controls for you to download and whatnot as well. So these are going to be coming out. They're hoping there's enough demand for the cases to sell them individually, and I am hoping that for you, for people as well. Right now, CyberPower is only going to be selling them as a whole PC kit, so you'll already have the innards and everything already set and ready to go, loaded with Windows 11. I think the specs are coming out for this later this summer. I think they said early in the summer, so I'm guessing like June-ish probably this will be available to get. And I'd be surprised if they don't have enough demand. Everybody's trying to upgrade their PCs, especially there's a lot of virtual working going on still. So this is really cool. I think if you're looking to snazz up your little space with just something that's just a little different, it's still the standard box frame, but now it can move and breathe all on its own, and it really does kind of look like the PC's breathing a little bit. It's kind of cool. So anyway, I thought you guys would like that. If they do go on sale individually, they will run for about $250, which is extremely reasonable price for such a snazzy looking design. It's got a nice glass panel on the side too, so you can see all those innards that you want to see and those glowing fans. And this is just a cool concept and design. Kind of putting function and fashion together, just so you got a cool art, deco in your house. So if you got some spare cash this summer, keep an eye out for that CyberPower PC case. Again, it's part of their Connect series. I will post the links all below. And that pretty much wraps up our show for the day. That was the beginning of season 2 of the Cookies Enabled show. I think we had a couple of viewers jump in and out there for a minute. But I want to say
Right.
thank you to everybody that has supported us through our first year. We're almost to 80 subscribers, so we're getting there. We only got a couple more to go. I know our watch time is up, and we've had a lot of new viewers to our channel. So thank you to everybody that's been watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let us know what you guys think. You hate it, you love it, want us to change everything, don't change anything. Let us know. I will be getting
And
Animal
happy
Crossing soon. I know we talked about that last month, so send us those codes to the email above for friend codes, and we will jump on and add you guys as soon as we can. But otherwise, I think that pretty much wraps up our show for the day. I know I learned something new, everybody, and I hope you guys did too. I hope you guys have a great day and take it easy. We will see you guys next week. Have a great one, everybody.